Vital CRM Insight. This is a training video for Vital CRM Insight, the innovative analytics platform turning your CRM data into powerful insights. CRM systems capture a wealth of customer data, but to truly leverage this information, businesses need more than just data. They need meaningful insights. This is where Vital CRM Insight comes in. Vital CRM Insight seamlessly integrates with your existing CRM platform, and it automatically pulls in customer data and gets to work analyzing it from every angle. Within minutes, you can gain data driven insights from your data about your customers and business performance. Probably some of you might not know about Insight, so I'm going to briefly introduce about what Insight is. We'll also talk about the operations of our Insight. Most softwares with analytics are mostly just showing data, but our analytics is made to be interactive so that users can freely make analytics with the given data. We will also then talk about the analysis topics that we have, from customer analysis to user analysis for B2B and B2C companies with sales and service analysis topics, and sales analysis, how your sales perform, and also marketing analysis and data quality management. We're now going to introduce Insight. Insight is one of CRM interface. In CRM, we probably have many data regarding customers, company sales, or orders. Here, if you purchase the Insight module, your main menu tab would have an additional option, which is the Insight tab. Below that, there will be some options of the analysis topics, and you can click each of it to switch between different analysis topics. When using CRM, most of what we do is managing the customer list. And while doing so, you would get the basic information of your customers. Or maybe when your customer applied to be a member, you might get data of what industry do they work in, where they usually buy products from, and many more. With these infos, you can have their basic information and also add text to them. And in the process, whether it is the marketing team or sales or service team, when coming into contact with customers with CRM, they would send emails to customers, or B2B businesses might manage opportunities and leads, or sales team might have notes to update on our task to work on. Therefore, the data collected in the CRM system is very abundant, and these data can be very useful when coming in contact with new customers or even old customers to help them make orders and purchases. Insight gives information through charts, making it very easy to see many data. For example, what the revenue of this month is, if if it were to be compared to last year, did it increase or decrease, or which one are our VIP customers? Where do they normally make purchases to your products? It can help businesses to find out the causes of problems and new opportunities from the data and propose effective solutions. And in the advanced analytics, we also utilize machine learning and AI to increase the data value. In Vital CRM, we provide insights from various data analytics. We currently have a total of 26 major management reports available, from reports about sales, which consist of notes, task, lead, opportunity, and goals, and customer with profile and tag analysis, orders with RFM, repurchase cycle, products, and many more. And lastly, marketing with email, campaign, social media, and many more. Our analytics are also equipped with Ask Insight, where you can ask the system what you would like to see, and the system will help you provide the informations. Now we are going to see the basic operations for this insight. When you take a first look at the analysis page, you might think that there are so many analysis topics, and in each topic there are so many charts and tables, making it confusing to look at which. But our analysis page are actually designed with a similar template for each analysis topics. So you can look at it from this perspective. The top left corner will always show the analysis topic, and beside it, it will be the important metrics or indicators so that you can understand the macro situation in a glimpse. For example, in this customer profile analysis, you can see that you currently have 5,000 customers, yet decreased in terms of quantity compared to last year. And beside it are filters to filter the data shown in this page. For example, you can compare specific cities or identity specific dates, identify specific dates. And below the top part will be filled with trend charts and important information on the topic so that you can see the comparison or overall progress. On the bottom part will be a more detailed charts and data. So every page would have the similar template and you can understand with the up-down method. When looking at a value, for example, 5,000 customers, you probably might wonder, so what do I get from it? Our Vital CRM Insight module includes cross-analysis with other data regarding the topic. With cross-analysis, for example, with tags, you can see this 5,000 customers comes from which cities, or are there more male or female customers? Is your audience millennials or boomers? With this, you can see more interesting points through detailed analysis. And analyzing these trend changes and indicators and comparing their performance across different dimensions is can be very interesting. Inside the analysis page, there's a lot of metrics and dimensions. Metrics are more like numeric values used to measure quantity, such as the number of customers, total revenue, and many more. And dimensions, on the other hand, are categorical types representing certain characteristics, such as gender, text, time, and many more. Therefore, each chart is a combination of metrics and dimensions. On the page above, there are some filters that can be used to filter the data. Every page would have a date filter to manage the date range of the data shown on the page. By default, the date range is set to this year. If you would like to change the date range, you can just easily drag the date range to adjust. You can also use the drop-down checkboxes to filter. For example, in this customer analysis, you can use the RFM or city drop-down checkboxes to filter the data based on your needs. You can also combine the filters and view the information you want. For example, the data of a certain country or city in a certain date range, such as how many new contacts was added in Taipei in 2023. In addition, the charts and Vital CRM Insights are also interactive. You can filter the whole data directly by clicking on a dimension in the chart. For example, clicking on Done First Visit in the Note category allows you to view the quantity and trend of Done First Visit notes, as well as identify the associated customers. On the right-hand side of the page, there's also more advanced filters. Advanced filters consist of three parts: on-chart filter, in which the filtering result only affects the selected chart; on-page filter, in which the filtering result impacts all charts within the analysis topic on this page; and lastly, on all-page filters, in which the filtering result influences all charts within the analysis topics across all pages. Besides filtering, our charts also have hierarchical analysis function, where when you hover over each chart, if there are drill down buttons in the top corner, it means that these charts have hierarchies, and hierarchies can vary like tags, timestamp, and product categories. For example, in the tag category, by default, it will display the first level, such as customer industry, interest, and income, and the others. To understand a specific tag, for example, the distribution of customer under the customer industry tag, You can click on the down button, then select industry, and as a result, you will see a chart on customer industry tag, which is the subtext under industry. Another example is in the product category. In this slide, you can see the product category on the first level. After clicking the drill down button, you can look into the level 2 category of the products as shown in the picture. Another example is the timestamp. For trend charts, clicking on up button will transition from month to quarter. And if the date range spans multiple years, it will aggregate data from all the years for the statistics. And clicking on expand button will transition from year to year quarter. Clicking it again will display year, quarter, month, and different years will be displayed separately. If the chart is too small, there's also a focus button that you can click on to enlarge the chart or the table. Moving on, we're going to look through each analysis topics. The first is customer analysis, consisting profile analysis and tag or label analysis. Understanding the customer profile analysis would help understand the attraction of new customers by observing the number of newly added customers and assist users in understanding customer demographics such as age, gender, and region. In the customer profile analysis, different customer type would result in different analysis outcome. Each of the type also have different meaning. Like a new customers by creation date will show customers added to the CRM system during the selected period. First-time buyers or by first order date would show customers who generated their first order record within the selected period. And customers with purchases or by order date will show customers who made purchases during the selected period. And on the left side of the figure, there's a list of numbers where you can quickly understand the number of new customers, potential customers, and customers with purchases in the system. Beside it, you can then examine the trend in new customer added. You can make a year-over-year comparison or check for significant changes compared to the previous month. If you want to dig into details, you can also observe the geographical distribution attributes of recently added customers, like which countries and region do they come from. And with cross-analysis tags, you can also analyze the tag attributes of recently added customers, like in which industries do most customers belong, or what are their business categories, or how many customers does each sales representative handle. Like mentioned before, you can also drill down to each tags, observing the tag levels too. Moving on is the tag analysis. Vital CRM Insight provides a unified interface for marketing and managers to conduct tag analysis on all indicators related to the customers. You can also observe the trend of various types of customers by filtering different labels. The indicators here includes the number of new customers, the number of notes on customers, and indicators related to opportunities and transactions. This is the analysis page of the tag analysis. In the top section, you can select a metric to be an indicator of the chart below. By clicking on the red squares, you can switch between different indicators, and the trend charts below will display based on the selected indicator. You can understand the spending situation of customers with different tags. On the left side, you can also select the tag category you want to analyze. For example, selecting channel, you will then see the data based on the channel or source tag category. And below it is the more detailed data. You can see the percentage and the data count of each category. With tag analysis, you can also observe the purchase behavior of customers engaged from different channel source. For example, from the metric selection, you can choose total revenue or number of orders to view the revenue or number of orders contributed by customers with different channel source, like how is the revenue and orders from offline stores compared to online stores, And you can also view the average customer value of customers from different income sources to understand the quality of customers from various marketing channels. Moving on is the sales, consisting of node analysis, task, opportunity, and opportunity schedule, and user management analysis. Our node analysis feature within Insight provides a comprehensive view of the daily customer service landscape. It goes beyond just recording notes, it categorizes and presents statistics on various aspects of our customer interactions. When it comes to sales, understanding the density of activities is key. This includes visits, calls, and the collection of business information. With node analysis, you can also monitor customers' complaint, and customer complaints are windows to improvement opportunities. And with our node analysis, we not only monitor these complaints but also use them as indicators for refining our business processes. And lastly, it can also help us identify customers who might need special attention, whether they haven't been contacted for a while or they have lodged complaints. Our system aids in pinpointing those requiring follow up care. This is a preview of our note analysis page. On the analysis page, you can evaluate the trend of the notes quantity, observe the statistics for each note category, and you can also observe the recent task being performed by your business. And in addition, you can also create a user leaderboard and see the performance of your employees and colleagues. On the right side is a set of filters that you can use to further filter the data. Because our notes can include customer data inside it, notes analysis can also be utilized to monitor customers with infrequent interactions for subsequent care and follow-up. This is an example to use filters in a more detailed way. Here you can filter by selecting both types of notes simultaneously, revealing which notes fall into both selected categories. Below it, you can also choose whether you want the rule to be and or. You might wonder, is it possible for a sales manager to view and analyze the notes data for their own department only? These are the steps to filter based on a department. First and foremost, the sales manager begins with selecting their department group and the desired date range. This is a foundational step in tailoring the analysis to specific parameters. For instance, selecting Sales 2 as the group and setting the note creation date range to 2023 1/1 to 2023 12/31 will populate all notes created by the Sales 2 team during that 1 year period. And in step 2, you can review note creation counts ranking. Once the relevant data is displayed, our sales manager moves on to step 2, which is reviewing the ranking of note creation counts within the department. And this feature allows you to identify the most active contributors in terms of note creation. Understanding who is actively documenting interactions and engagement provides a glimpse into team dynamics and individual contributions. And moving further, step 3 involves identifying which note categories are more prevalent within the department. And our system categorizes notes for you, offering a breakdown of the types of interactions documented. Moving on in sales and service topic is task analysis. Task analysis allows managers to understand the completion status of daily tasks for the sales team. You can also compare the number of tasks and their completion status across departments or among individual sales representatives within a department. Our first step in task analysis involves understanding whether the sales team has successfully completed contact with new and existing customers, or other significant tasks within the specific due date. And this real time tracking ensures that critical interactions are timely and no tasks are missed. Moving forward, the second step involves long term tracking of completion rate indicators. We look at three crucial indicators, whether it's completed, non completed, on time, or late. And this isn't just a snapshot, but a journey over time. By consistently tracking these indicators, we can confirm if there are improvements in task completion status, and it's about adapting and evolving our strategies for long term success. Next is team dynamics. And the system allows us to view the number of tasks assigned to each team. And this provides a clear understanding of the workload distribution and helps in resource allocation and workload balancing. And lastly, we explore the proportion of task completion statuses. This provides a visual representation of completed tasks, those in progress, and any pending. And understanding this breakdown is key to assessing team efficiency and identifying areas that may need additional attention. Next, we're going to explore task analysis and how sales managers can leverage this tool to enhance productivity within their department. Just like in note analysis, our journey begins with step 1, which is selecting the department group and the desired date range. This tailored approach ensures that analysis is focused on the specific parameters of your team. Moving on to step 2, we delve in more by viewing the task rankings within the department. This feature provides insight into who is actively and effectively completing tasks, and understanding task ranking not only acknowledge individual contributions but also help in identifying potential areas for improvement and recognition. Another important checkpoint is where we check if the overdue non-completed rate is too high. This is a vital metric to assess the timeliness of task completion within the team. If the rate is high, it's an indication that some tasks may be falling through the cracks and prompting us to dig deeper and address potential bottlenecks. And in step 4, we take a closer look at the task marked in non-completed. Clicking on this category reveals tasks that are overdue and incomplete. This not only serves as a reminder for the sales team but also provides actionable insights among it indicates customers who haven't been contacted, urging the team to prioritize and complete this task promptly. Moving on, opportunity analysis. Opportunity analysis enables you to effortlessly grasp the status of opportunities managed by each salesperson or sales group, coupled with their conversion rates. Moving forward, we introduce statistical indicators related to opportunity schedules, and these indicators serve as a compass, facilitating the quick identification of stagnant opportunities for both sales managers and sales teams. The ultimate goal of opportunity analysis is to enable sales managers and teams to arrange follow ups and contact strategically. It's not just about identifying stagnant opportunities, but it's about taking immediate action to ensure that opportunities progress step by step towards conversion. We'll now dive into the key functionality, and our first point within opportunity overview is the ability to compare detailed information about opportunities across different groups, salesperson, sources, products, and product categories. This granular analysis allows us to identify patterns and trends, answering questions like which salesperson is excelling in closing deals. Are certain products or categories driving more opportunities? You can dissect the opportunities for strategic insights. We'll now delve into the intricacies of unclosed opportunity management. Our first focus is in unclosed opportunity management to understand the distribution of unclosed opportunities and assessing their likelihood of closure. By gauging the likelihood of closure, we can prioritize our resources effectively and maximize the impact on potential wins. Moving forward, we zone in on observing the various stages of opportunities. Understanding the life cycle of each opportunity is key to strategic management. Are there bottlenecks in certain stages? Are opportunities progressing smoothly or are getting stuck? Another powerful aspect of unclosed opportunity management is the ability to view geographical distributions of companies related to unclosed opportunities. This feature provides a geographical heat map of where our opportunities are concentrated. It's about tailoring our approach based on regional dynamics, ensuring we are effectively engaging with opportunities across different locations. And lastly, we examine the industry distribution of opportunities. Not all opportunities are created equal, and understanding which industries hold the most potential is vital for strategic planning. Detailed information on industry distribution can also help us align our sales strategies with the specific needs and nuances of different sectors. Moving on is the opportunity schedule feature, a time driven tool designed to optimize our approach to opportunity management. In this Insight page, you can select the name of the opportunity and the opportunity stage. Beside it, you will see the duration of each opportunity stages to keep on track. And schedule is made real time, therefore, you will see the today marked with a line. We'll now explore the lead analysis feature, a robust tool designed to decode and the intricacies of our lead's journey. We'll focus on key metrics and charts that empowers us with actionable insight. First are these key metric values. They distill complex lead data into actionable insight. Metrics like transfer rate helps us understand on what level do we need to prioritize this. And visualizing the quantity trend chart on the top left paints a dynamic picture of lead influx over time. This chart tracks the flow of lead quantities, helping us identify patterns and trends. And understanding spikes or drops in the lead quantities allows us to align our resources and strategies accordingly. And moving forward, beside it, we dissect the lead progression with a focus on quantities at each stage. This breakdown provides clarity on how many leads are in prospecting, nurturing, or conversion stages. By understanding the distribution, we can optimize our efforts. For instance, if a significant number of leads are stuck in the nurturing stage, it signals an opportunity to refine our nurturing strategies. And lastly, below, the conversion rate of leads. This metric assesses how effectively lead transitions from various sources and events to actual sales. Understanding the conversion rate allows us to identify high performing sources or events, guiding future lead generation strategies. Moving on is our user management analytics. It provides sales managers with a unified interface to view various indicators related to notes, tasks, and opportunities, and new customers or companies for each business and department. It also offers system administrators a unified interface to monitor the system usage status of each department and business. In the user management page, you can clearly view contribution from the system usage of each user and or team. You can then dive into details with the table below it, whether it's notes, task, opportunity, or customer and company. Moving on, we're going to see applied scenarios of Insight, how it could be helping hand to business review progress in regular meetings, or how it could analyze and improve system usage patterns. First would be about the review progress of sales meetings. With implementing Insight, you can have a quantitative standard of review. In the realm of user management, our focus is on checking how many contacts and companies each salesperson has recently added. This metric is a direct reflection of your team's outreach and expansion efforts. By understanding individual contributions, we can identify high performers, provide recognition, and spot areas for improvement in our contact and company acquisition strategies. And transitioning to node analysis, our attention turns to understanding the contact frequencies between each salesperson and customers within the department. This is crucial for nurturing relationships and maintaining a proactive engagement strategy. By analyzing contact frequency, we ensure that our interactions are not sporadic but strategically timed for effective relationship building. And in task analysis, the primary focus is on checking if urgent tasks have been completed. Urgent tasks often hold the key to immediate progress and client satisfaction. By ensuring the completion of urgent tasks, we maintain a high standard of service and responsiveness and key ingredients for customer satisfaction and loyalty. And lastly, in opportunity analysis, you can identify reasons for prolonged inactivity in opportunities. This involves a deep dive into why certain opportunities remain stagnant and providing reminders to sales team for timely follow-ups. By addressing prolonged inactivity, you would rejuvenate your sales pipeline, ensuring that potential opportunities are not lost but effectively pursued and converted. For analysis and improvement of system usage, you can go to user management to analyze. And in that page, our first step is to compare usage across departments. This high level overview enables us to identify patterns and variations in system utilization. Are there departments leading the way in system management engagements? Conversely, are there departments encountering obstacles or lagging behind? This initial comparison sets the stage for targeted improvements. Delving deeper, we move on to examine the usage within each department. This granular analysis allows us to pinpoint specific areas that need improvements or any obstacle encountered. If you want to pause and try the Insight module, you can go to the Vital CRM website, scroll down to the CRM demo, then click on Insight. You can then try on the Insight module on this page. This is the Insight module. You can follow the steps on this slide and try the Insight module from our Vital CRM website. Moving on with sales analysis. Sales analysis topics consist of order analysis, customer or company RFM analysis, new and existing customer order analysis, repurchase cycle analysis that we will review one by one. Let's explore the three pivotal aspects that shed light on our sales performance and customer dynamics. Our first stop is order analysis. By scrutinizing our order data, we unravel insights into our sales performance across various dimensions like product categories, sales region, and customer types such as new and existing customer. Next on our journey is RFM analysis, a powerful segmentation tool based on recency, frequency, and monetary value. This segmentation helps tailor marketing and care strategies for different customer groups, such as stable customers, high value customers, or dormant customers. And our final destination is your purchase cycle analysis to delve into the timing of customer purchases for different products. Therefore, with sales analysis, you can easily understand the current trends, display the sales situation for various products and product categories, examine the sales status during specific times, and observing the ranking of specifically contributing customers. We're now going to navigate through the key indicators of sales. Firstly, we have the total revenue, the sum of all order amounts. This metric provides us with a holistic view of our overall financial performance. Is the bottom line that reflects the collective impact of our sales efforts. Moving on to the order count, this is the total number of orders. It gives us a sense of the volume of transactions, indicating how actively our customers are engaging with our products or services. And next, the item of purchase, items per purchase. This metric reveals the average number of products purchased in every transaction. Understanding this helps us decipher customer buying behavior and preferences, guiding our inventory and marketing strategies. And next is the average customer value. This represents the average value of each customer, giving us insights into overall contribution of our customer based on our revenue. And lastly, we have the average order value, with this metric highlighting the average value of each customer as a key figure for us to understand the typical transaction value, helping in pricing strategies and identifying opportunities for upselling. In the tables part, you can also switch between metrics to see details of product categories and order sources. Below it, you can view the revenue map and customer consumption indicator rankings to understand which customers contribute the most. And inside, you can also view the sales of only a single product simply by clicking on a product name to see order quantity, trends in total revenue, and the customers who purchased that product. Moving on to the customer RFM analysis. RFM analysis utilizes some indicators. Customers are categorized based on their purchasing behavior to determine the value of each customer through RFM, recency, frequency, and monetary. Recency is the number of days since the customer's last purchase, indicating their recent activity level. Frequency is the number of times the customer made a purchase within the RFM calculation period and representing customer loyalty. And monetary is the average amount spent per order during the RFM calculation period, indicating the customer's contribution and value. Through these indicators, we made a chart to segment customers. For example, among it, there is stable customers, meaning recent purchases, but relatively low frequency and amount. Or promising customers, which is customers with high frequency and amount but haven't returned to make a purchase for a while, means that there are customers that need to be re-engaged. To clearly segment customers through RFM Insight analysis, you can follow these steps. The first step would be to select the target audience, such as high-value customers who haven't made a purchase for a while, which is the promising customers, and create exclusive marketing or care activities for them. To do so, we move on to step 2, which is to label or tag the group of customers as promising customers. And lastly, you can communicate with these customers through SMS, marketing emails, or direct communication from the sales team via phone calls or visits in the CRM system. Moving on is about new and returning customer purchase analysis. Let's explore the key elements of this analysis. Our first focus is on understanding the proportion of purchases between new and returning customers. This breakdown provides valuable insight into our customers' base dynamics. Then we can examine the effectiveness of marketing strategies for acquiring new customers and retaining old ones. This analysis is crucial for refining our outreach efforts and maximizing customer retention. Next, we can also observe the level to which different products attract new customers. This insight helps us tailor our product-centric strategies to enhance the appeal for potential customers. In new and returning customer purchase analysis, there are some indicators. New customers defined as a customer generating their first order within selected order date range. Returning customer defined as customers who made a purchase before the selected order date range and makes another purchase within that range. And returning customer percentage calculated as the proportion of returning customers who made a purchase within the selected order date range compared to the total number of customers who made a purchase during that period. In the new and returning customer analysis, first you can see the trend of orders or revenue contributed by new and returning customers, and you can track the performance of the business in acquiring new customers and retaining old ones. Here you can observe percentage of contributed by new and returning customers and the percentage of orders of each product by new and returning customers. And lastly, you can also view different hierarchies like product categories and order sources through drill down selections. You can also observe the order changes of new and returning customers on a monthly, quarterly, or yearly basis. Moving on is interpurchase interval analysis. In this analysis, you can examine customer repurchase behavior to strategically time marketing emails. By understanding when customers are likely to repurchase, we enhance the effectiveness of our targeted marketing efforts. Understand the ability of the customer to retain customers through the proportion of one time buyers. And lastly, identify the average repurchase cycle for different products. This insight allows us to tailor our strategies, ensuring that we align our marketing initiatives with the specific repurchase pattern of each product. There are some key metrics here. First is the one-time buyer ratio, meaning the proportion of customers making only one purchase compared to all customers who made a purchase in the selected date range. Repurchase cycle, meaning the interval in days between instances when a customer make more than one purchase. And lastly, repurchase count, which is the total number of times a customer has made a purchase minus one, and excluding the first purchase. And days since last repurchase, which is the number of days from the date of the most recent repurchase to the present, indicating how long it has been since the customer last made a purchase. In conclusion, interpurchase interval analysis is our strategic ally for customer engagement. And let's use these insights to refine our marketing strategies and foster a lasting customer relationship. In the interval purchase analysis, there are some charts that you can pay attention to. First would be on the left, on the top left, which is viewing the distribution of repurchase cycle days for customers. Beside it, on the right, is you can also review detailed information on customers' repurchase days and check if they have exceeded the repurchase period. Below it, you can examine the repurchase status for various products to determine the marketing time and intervals. And lastly, you can also analyze customers' repurchase days and status for a specific product. In the product analysis, here you can identify the key products contributing to the measure of revenue. Examine total revenue and its growth rate to understand the stage of each period, the introduction, growth, maturity, until decline. Then observe changes in the ranking of top revenue products during the selected period. In this product analysis page, on the top part, you can switch between different perspectives, whether it's product or product categories. Below it is a radar chart to reveal which product contribute to the most to the current revenue. And beside it, you can also examine the revenue and growth rate of products. If there's a red dots among it, indicates negative growth. And below it, use filters to choose the number of products for revenue analysis and observations. Moving on to marketing analysis, consisting of email and event analysis. In marketing analysis, we focus on two key dimensions, which is marketing email analysis with open rate analysis and campaign analysis. Our first focus is on marketing email analysis, which specifically is the open rate. And this metric is crucial for measuring the effectiveness of our email campaigns. And by understanding how many recipients opening our email, we gain insight into engagement levels and refine our email strategies for optimal impact. And in campaign analysis, this involves a comprehensive review of the effectiveness of our marketing campaigns. We'll analyze participants' profile to ensure we are reaching the intended audience. Additionally, we'll explore the differences in the audience attracted by attribute based campaigns. First, email analysis. Our first objective is to monitor the effectiveness of emails sent from the CRM. We track whether emails were successfully sent, opened, and ensure seamless communication with our audience. Next is delving into the analysis of email categories to understand which types are more likely to be opened. This insight guides us in tailoring our content strategy to align with customer preferences. We also aim to enhance the appeal of our emails by refining titles, contents, and other elements. These are some key metrics of this topic. First would be the success rate, which is the percentage of successfully sent emails out of the total. Second is the open rate, the percentage of open emails out of the successfully sent ones. And this is a crucial indicator for assessing the effectiveness of email subject lines. In this email analysis tab, you can compare the effectiveness of emails sent by different creators and various email categories, and also identify categories with low open rates and analyze the reasons and discuss improvement measures. In the open rate analysis in the chart, our first focus is on pinpointing the time of day when most customers open the email on the top left. This insight is invaluable for optimizing the timing of our email sends, ensuring they are received and engaged with at the most opportune moments. And next, below it, we can also examine the days of the week with higher open rates. This analysis also enables us to identify patterns and trends, empowering us to strategically time our email campaigns for maximum impact. Another part of marketing are events. Here you can examine the demographic of participants in gender, age, and etc. in various events, understanding the customer segments attracted by different activities, and observe difference in attendance numbers across events. In this an event page, you can compare the participant number of various events, and the other chart presents similar customer profile analysis, allowing you to view the demographic attributes of customers participating in different activities such as their locations or industries, etc. The last part of insight analysis is data quality analysis. Data quality analysis ensures data accuracy and completeness to generate meaningful analytical results. It will also help you understand the missing status of key fields in the system and check for any duplicate customer or company data. In this data quality analysis, our journey begins with selecting the tables to review. You can observe if there are any gaps or missing data in the CRM. Filling in these missing elements is fundamental for more effective and reliable analysis. Moving forward, we delve into a more granular analysis where we examine the missing percentage of each field in the table. If essential fields exhibit too many missing values, it prompts us to consider a strategic approach to fill these gaps for comprehensive analysis. And our final step involves checking for duplicate data by examining occurrences of customers or company names, plus phone or email, we can identify and manage duplicates effectively. And leveraging CRM's duplicate merge functions ensures a streamlined and accurate data landscape. On the topmost part, you can gain insights of the number of records in the system, like user groups, company, and customers. Below it, you can manage the quality of tags to prevent issues arising from excessive and disorganized tagging. This is another applied scenario in customer segmentation and targeted marketing. With customer segmentation and insights, you can achieve precise marketing and personalized care. With RFM analysis and purchase interval analysis and utilizing tag analysis, we can then enhance communication channels such as email, SMS, or sales visits for effective engagements. Once again, you can pause and try the Insight module with the previous methods to try implement that previously discussed topics. The route is the same from the slides before. Once again, you can pause it and try for your own. Next, with gaining insight from real data, you will actually explore the data with questions and hypotheses in mind. In addition, the insights are obtained through segmentation, differentiation, and comparison, therefore analyzing trends and performance differences across various dimensions adds more meaning than focusing on individual indicators. Plus, the interactive interface of Insight enables non-experts to easily understand analytical results. And applying what you got from Insight, you can now translate the problems and opportunities identified from the data into action plans and decisions, and continuously monitor the effectiveness of improvement plans through Insights. If you're interested with the Insight module, please do contact us through our website or email, or we are always welcome for questions, so feel free to contact us anytime. Thank you.